I'm going to go to Ben Shalom first. Ben, another big night of women's boxing, another big night of boxing in general, headlined by Savannah Marshall, and now a new champion.
Yeah, incredible. Thanks for everyone. I think it was meant to be that you headlined in the end. Savannah is, for me, the only female that can do that all around the country, and her support is incredible. Thank you to her support for coming out every single time, whether it's Newcastle, London and Manchester. And yes, Savannah could have taken a much easier route. She really could. She wanted the rematch straight away. She saw things in the Clarissa Shields fight that she felt she could have done better, but as soon as it wasn't the rematch, she wanted the biggest test possible, and that was the undisputed at 168 at the weight division that she did want to go up to as well. And yeah, great night. Obviously delighted for Savannah, delighted for Peter and Mick, because all the work that goes in, especially after a loss like that in October, to bounce back just shows what a champion we have here. And yeah, incredible. Congratulations.
Now with a new undisputed champion, lots of belts, options, options, options. Are you thinking ahead, or are you just letting this one sink in right now?
I think Savannah's thinking ahead. We are as well. I think, look, there's no secret. We would love that rematch. It would be on Clarissa Shields to come as a challenger to Savannah Marshall as an undisputed super middleweight champion. So I think the fans will want to see that rematch, and I think it's a fight, especially at the weight, that Savannah will really fancy.
Absolutely. I'm going to come to Savannah now. Whole lot of hardware on the table. I'll start with an easy question. How do you feel?
I feel absolutely amazing. I come up short in October. It was the worst feeling in the world, but I stuck with it. I believed in my dreams, and here I am. All the belts, and I won it.
Now, a lot of champions, when they win, I mean, it's almost like they're overwhelmed, but it almost seemed like you knew it was going to happen. It's almost like you affirmed it in your head, and it felt right when it happened. Is that fair to say?
It did. I knew Franchon's tough. What a woman. For some woman, honestly, she's amazing. She's got a head like concrete, and I knew she'd make it physical. I knew I'd be on the floor at one point. I was just glad it wasn't from a punch, but I'm glad I come through it, and here we are, undisputed super middleweight champion in the world.
Another big night. Congratulations. I'll open it up to the members of the media. Any questions?
I know that this was sort of touched on in the post-fight interview, but just to clarify for everyone, obviously you want the rematch to be at super middle. Do you see that being here in the UK? I know Clarissa's keen for it to be in the States.
I think female boxing at the minute is massive in the UK. There's no money in female boxing in America, and like I'm the champion, I want paid. Yeah, Ben?
Because I spoke to Clarissa and she said that if you want the rematch, it has to be in Detroit. And she also said that she wasn't very impressed with your performance tonight. What do you want to say to that?
It was a better performance than what she'd done against Franchon over 4 rounds. I'm not going to Detroit. I've got no ambition to go there. If she doesn't want it, there's other options out there for me.
What did you make of the 95-95 score?
I thought it was very physical. I thought she might have nicked some of the early rounds, but she was the champion, so I was always going to be up against it.
If the Clarissa rematches in the UK, is there any chance of it coming in the North East?
We wanted to do the first one in the North East. I think it became such a big night, such a big international event, that it ended up at the O2. I think that would be Savannah's dream. We'd love to make it happen. St James's Park was where we actually wanted the first fight. But let's see. Look, the main thing is we want it in the UK. We think that's where it's going to be the biggest possible event for both fighters as well. And yeah, we'll have to see.
Sorry, just your thoughts on that as well, Savannah, the potential or possibility of it being in the North East, maybe at St James's?
I love it for it to be at St James's Park. They're really backing female sport at the minute. And look, it's my home city really, so I'd love it for it to be there.
Peter, you said that after the Clarissa Shields loss, you went back to the gym, you worked on everything. Savannah went in there and she's changed a few things. Did she implement the game plan that you set out for in this fight?
She did. Look, it was always going to be a crude fight. It was always going to be physical. So she had to meet Franchon head on early on. You know, to take the steam out of it and then back off and let her come onto the shots and box. You know, that was the plans and that's what we worked on. And yeah, it paid off.
Okay.
Got time for a few more. more? Or do we want to wrap
I
this up?
think
Got some celebrating to do, maybe?
Savannah, it was obviously a very physical fight. Was it a surprise to you at all by her approach and how she went about trying to be victorious in her own way tonight?
No, I knew she'd be like that. I knew it would be a very physical fight. Like I said, she's one tough woman. She's got a lead like a brick. I knew she'd keep coming for the full 10 rounds. She said it all up in the build-up. She's been through hell and back, and she'd do that to keep hold of the belt.
There were obviously some messy and tight rounds in there, and I imagine it was difficult for you to show your own work and your clean work. How did you find trying to do so?
Yeah, she was very tough. She was very strong. She was leaning all over me, tying me up. But look, I'm not bothered. I'm the champion. I'm not bothered how it looked.
What else makes sense if it's not Shields now?
Look, there are different options, I think, at super middleweight. I don't want to say any names right now. I think Clarissa Shields is the fight that we want. I think it's the fight that makes sense for Savannah. I think it's the fight that makes sense for Clarissa Shields. I think it's the only fight out there for Clarissa Shields. We'll see. I think Savannah deserves a rest, deserves a holiday. To jump straight back in after October into an undisputed says a hell of a lot. And then we'll sit down with the team and decide what's next.
Savannah, do you think you deserve an easier night? You've done 2 undisputed type of fights in a row. Something rather than jump straight into Clarissa Shields again?
No, not at all. I'm 32. There's no one else about in the division. I think it's the biggest fight out there in female boxing.
Savannah, can I ask what it means to see those belts in front of you after October?
It means everything. Like I said, I come up short in October. My world was over for a couple of weeks. But yeah, look, I'm over the moon. I've finally become undisputed.
I'll ask one more, Savannah. What happens in the rematch for Clarissa?
I'm a lot bigger at super middle. I feel a lot stronger. There's definitely things I would change from the Fest fight. I believe it was the best Clarissa ever. So look, I want a second stab at her.
We're going to wrap this up, ladies and gentlemen.
How are you, Franchon?
Joined by Franchon Crews-Dezurn.
Hey.
Manager Peter Kahn. Franchon, I'll give you the floor. You joined us.
Yes.
Opening comments for yourself.
Well, first of all, congratulations to Miss Marshall, Team Marshall. As I said, this is bigger than me. This is bigger than her. This is big for women's boxing. You have 2 Olympic-level athletes, even though I didn't go, but I'm an Olympic alternate. 2 Olympic-level athletes facing one another. And for myself, I'm daring to be great. It's not easy going to a different country, fighting a favorite to live your dream. I come from a grassroots, stinky gym from the inner city of Baltimore, and I come to the UK headlining the AO Arena against good competition with a song charting on the UK charts. This is a girl's dream. This is a girl's dream. You don't have to be from America. You don't have to be from England. You don't understand. To know for myself, and I'm not trying to take the moment from her, but for myself to know that I have a place in the evolution of women's boxing. I have history with Savannah. I have history with Clarissa. And to know that after all these years, I can still compete and put on a great show. I mean, we had a sold-out arena. I know a lot is in part to Miss Marshall, but I did do my part to sell the show and give a show to the fans. And I did something no one else has done. I sung the anthem, I put on a great show, and I gave you a fashion show. So as far as the fight, it was a good fight, and I'm happy that it brought the fire out of Marshall. I know what it's like to be written off. At the end of the day, I'm always going to respect anybody who steps in the ring. And I saw it in her. And I meant everything I said. Trust me, I ain't one of those people who talk a lot and can't back it up, because at the end of the day, I'm a fighting motherfucker. And that's just the truth.
Yes, ma'am.
But
Yes, ma'am.
I would love to do it again. You know, I know they have plans. I have plans as well. And this is what keeps the sport going. We make some good money. We put on great shows and keep pushing women's boxing until we can't push it no more and the next generation comes. But last but not least, I thank the UK. I thank Ben. I thank Boxer. I thank Sky, ESPN. Of course, my manager, Peter Kahn, for putting this opportunity together for a girl from the grassroots of Baltimore City, Norfolk, VA. And I'm here to stay. It ain't over. I'm the first, and I ain't gonna be the last. So thank you guys.
Peter, you mentioned in the build to this fight, you've been around boxing for a long time. You watched two amazing, not just women, but boxers tonight, inspire a lot of people all over the world. An amazing show. How do you feel? What's your reaction?
I mean, once again, we talked about it at the press conference, about sitting in front of a packed house, screaming for these two women. Well, maybe for one of them, but it doesn't matter. The point is that, you know, it's just great for boxing. I mean, I hope everyone was entertained. You know, Ben, thank you for making this fight when no one else wanted to do anything. You know, you have an undisputed champion and no one wants to step up and do anything, and you stepped up and took a shot on this fight, and I think it paid off. Congratulations to Savannah, Peter. Great fight, great win. And like Franchon said, you know, she'll be back. You know, this is boxing. You're going to win, you're going to lose, but we keep moving forward, and I just hope that this made a great impression, not only on the UK audience, but I hope that, you know, people are talking about this fight, and, you know, we just keep moving on. But thank you again. Thank you to the UK media. It was a great time here, and, you know, we'll keep moving forward.
Certainly joined by two of the best female boxers in the world, two real queens of the sport,
Thank
amazing.
you.
Joined by a third, Clarissa Shields, you joined us today.
The
Anything you
quote.
want to say?
I won't smoke. You know what's up with me.
Oh.
You know what's up.
Wow.
I'm gonna let you have your moment though, but you know what's up with me. That's why I'm here. So come on to the USA and you can get smoked again.
Champion has the last words.
Pay me the money.
Yeah, we'll bring you the money.
Pay me the money.
And bring you the ass whooping.
Pay me the money.
Yeah, yes,
I'll,
ma'am.
I'll be there.
Yes,
Pay
ma'am.
me the money.
Can I just be a ring card girl this time? I'll take the job. You know, I'll sing the anthem or something.
You can do the anthem.
You know.
You at 168. She talked all that, oh, you was drained at 160, you can't make it. Let's just be real. That's just being lazy because you can't make 160 like I can make 160. But you want me to be more hydrated and be stronger at 168?
Let's get it on.
Let's go.
Up to 168.
I beat you again.
Well, the last time.
I'll beat you again.
Boop! I beat you again.
I'll beat you again.
You talking about the amateurs? Oh my God.
Still a win.
Stop
Still
it.
a win.
It's an amateur win.
Still a win.
Psycho, delusional. That's why you lost in the
You're
road.
delusional and think that I'm going to come to
8 rounds.
Detroit.
8
We want to go to
rounds.
Detroit.
You said what?
Where are we going to go? New leisure centre. Clarissa,
Alright.
you can't fill a bus,
No, no,
man.
no, no,
You can't fill a bus, never mind an arena. Can't fill a bus.
I'm gonna smoke your silly
Can't fill a bus.
Smoke your silly
And
ass.
you're boxing
I'm
soon.
smoking you.
And you're boxing soon. Oh yeah, you boxed 2 weeks ago. No one knew
Guys,
anything about it.
let's stop. Let's stop.
Two champions,
Let's.
three of the best women boxers.
Couldn't smoke 20 Lambert. Sit down, you divvy.
12,000 men came out. Where was
Sit
you at?
down.
Where was you
Sit
at?
down.
You can't beat me.
Sit down.
You can't
Sit
beat
down.
me. Come beat me.
An amazing night. We may see a rematch down the road. One more time for the people that are at this table for putting it on tonight. A round of applause for everyone involved.
I got something to say though. I'm gonna let y'all be great, but to beat the champ, you gotta really beat the champ. I'm not happy with no majority decision. So after y'all finish y'all business, I'll do whatever. It could be with Savannah. It could be with the GOAT. We already talked, sis. I love you to death. We gonna keep this going.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.